that are associated with secret societies, um, and that so many people imitate these gossips and associations with our local police and our state police. It starts getting more secret and more power and federal. So you're talking investigations, and that even if you don't have a military town, the military coordinates in the intel is shared. And that was one of the first things happening as we changed into this system. But to have your neighbor, your father, your uncle, the policeman who's just in the vicinity too much, see something and presume something, you disagree politically, you will be targeted, and you need help. I have physical problems, so I can't work. Well, that's just horrible. Politically, you have to work. So, well, they're not going to kill me, which may not take long. But if you can't work, or, then to be treated as though you were lower than low, they're not going to help you. If you ask for a piece of bread, you're going to get a snake. And that's where we've come to. And that associated inside the church when they started filling in the gap for food stamps. But along with social workers who help, pedophilic rights that they will do. You're talking offices involved that are counseling and are social services. And in my life, I've seen, even hear them out of their own mouths say how that they steal kids. And the whole accusation and false records and switching the blame, the whole game to attack their own families and get away with these rights. Because once you disagree, you're an enemy, and they just won't ever quit attacking you. It's an addiction. But that in your own neighborhood, you have mental health, you have insurance, and you have mental health workers, and 6G is, to most of them, they're unaware. This is Hitler's secret program. Only we're Hitler, the Five Eyes. We split up this technology and continue to use it, and we will go over there and do what's illegal here to do in these different countries. But as the Bible says, it's unions of extortion, extortioners. So that we can understand if we follow where God said our enemy was coming from. We have a perfect picture, not only where it's going to end up with Ashkenazis in control, claiming to be Jews and fulfilling the angry teaching of the thorn and briar, making everything political. And you look at it, you find a lot more that it seems to really indicate us when you understand what Ephraim's plow is, that it's this city system of small hill going up the hill and worshiping in your secret society. But that 6G is possibly, obviously, if it couldn't treat and couldn't help patterns be broken in the mind, they would have never done it. But the social and environmental effects of mental health are so much more dramatically involved in peaceful rest and balance and clarity that there are obviously not only genetic but physical things that harm the mind, but that you can accept and still. I happen to have the whole surface area of my brain with scars from being beat for probably 5 hours in the face. So it was unrecognizable, and the brain filling left me with this scar tissue. But not that the injury is such a big deal, but that the ability to look at the guy that thought he was really going to get what he wanted, and say just every time that he, thought he was so tired that he won, now. And I would repeat the same thing. I'm still going home. And it was a sort of kidnapping situation. But that idea of abuse from these people during these times and arguing with ourselves because we're exposed to 6G, these mass stalkings, planting words, planting anything dug up about your past, anything that's hurt you in your past, even family position of silly little arguments, this one's that way, and the middle child. And it's funny because petty people that don't outgrow that don't understand that Christianity will move beyond those feelings and will walk through it in a different value and rather than the reaction. But once it's said, it's taken for truth. It can be written down, and they're off to the races, and they don't know any better. Jesus said he was king, so kill him. He was king of a spiritual kingdom. But this is what happened to him, and this is what's going to be happening to us because it's the same enemy. But I'd like to take some time with these things that came from that area that are secretly causing a war we don't even know about in e-biomedicine at the 6G level in our body temple. I think that calling it targeted individuals is the time we should let go. We should let go of all the descriptions of these past things that make these things sound conspiratorial and get research operating in, once you've got someone that understands what you're talking about in the revelation of the end time and how that those scientists are what we're facing. Really not a whole lot it really defeats the purpose to bring it up, as people will reject the confusion and look at such a media thing made out of it, that it absolutely confuses it too much. But if you look at the data, how they collected it, how they used it, who developed these ideas, and where does AI fit in? A lot of people are to the point that they think they understand, and it's all a con, and can't understand how Bill Gates fits in, or even the insurance. Okay, I mean that was the first thing I was aware of, and to even try to explain that to other people, I was shocked at them not understanding this whole medical drama playing out, and that this was the medical system. But insurance companies are your bankers, and we went through this one with Chuck Missler's church warning about Fauci, as a matter of fact, when they were doing the risk management. And you're talking about values. Is it worth it to insurance? We're going to lose our butt, but how can we treat it? So risk management gets done on new diseases. How are they going to be dealt with? And AIDS really appeared to move through that sort of defining as something that had been created. And the man went to Chuck Missler's church that did the investigation to get that math work together and perform that for a bank, insurance and banking, and bill pay, and the mark of the beast and the bill pay. And not only that, but your insurance company is going to go by your records. They have to pay people for billing, blah, blah, blah. No, look how much is saved if all your records are on your skin. The idea of that kind of paperwork, but then you